think that barbecue chicken starts with the chicken and cooking that. It doesn't. It starts with the sauce. But surprisingly, the sauce doesn't go on while the chicken's cooking. A little confusing, so let's first put the chicken on the grill, and then we'll come back and make some sauce. All right, we're here at the grill. I already got the coals burning. They're nice halfway done. I got plenty of time, plenty of heat left in these. So that's why I can cook chicken. Chicken I only cook if I have lots of heat left. And I cook my chicken nice and slow. This was previously frozen chicken, so that's why it kind of looks like shit. It'll be great though with barbecue sauce on it though. You won't notice at all it was previously frozen. So we put it at the back from the grill, away from the hot spot, and we put the lid on to let it smoke and slowly cook. While this is doing this, let's mix up some sauce, because we got time now. Okay, while the chicken is cooking on the grill, we got plenty of time. What I like to do is I start with a sauce, usually 2 types of sauce, and mix them together, because I find that just one sauce is never good enough. And then I add some spices and season it up a little bit to make it my own. I personally like this one, the Sweet Baby Ray's sauce. I usually get his spicy and the normal, but we have a child eating, so we're not going to do with spicy because he don't like spicy at all yet. He's still only 5. And honey barbecue. Add a sweet tang to it. So you mix some of both. Try to guess about how much sauce you're going to need. Now, trick I found is you add a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. It'll make it a little bit creamier. About a tablespoon. A lot of black pepper. It'll add flavor where there is no sauce. And of course, everyone knows I love paprika, so. Paprika just makes other things taste better. It doesn't really have a flavor of its own. And then we mix it all together. Depending on the type of sauce you mix, you may want to add other flavors to it. Vinegar is sometimes good to add. It makes it a thinner sauce. Mustard you can add. Pickle juice people add. This whole cooking channel started because of a barbecue sauce. That's really good. That's perfect as is. That's the flavor I want. Barbecue sauce. And the barbecue sauce I found on YouTube, it was horrendous finding how to make barbecue sauce. First person goes, start with grape jelly. Nope, done. And it just went downhill from there. Another person's like, well, I take a 2 liter of Mountain Dew. Yep, don't care to know what sauce you make with soda as your main ingredient. So that's when I just found it's much easier just to get regular sauces that are already almost perfect. Mix a couple of them, add some spices, and get what you perfectly like. You know, of course, experiment. You can maybe throw in mustard, maybe throw in pickle juice, maybe throw in some extra vinegar. I typically avoid salt because most food's already too heavy in salt, and anything to make it a little thinner, because a lot of these sauces are way too thick out of the jars and you want to thin them down. You'll see why we only put the sauce on in the last few minutes of cooking, and that's just so it can soak in a little bit. If you put sauce on while the chicken is actually cooking, the sugars in the sauce are going to burn, and then you're going to have chicken with burnt ass sauce and no flavor on it. So now we got the sauce made, let's talk about sides. There's all types of sides you can do. You can make your own. I'm with barbecue chicken, you know, chips are good. Anything's basically good with it, within reason, you know, don't be stupid people. Once again, I find the easiest thing is, let's go to the store and just buy something. They got macaroni salad or potato salad at the deli departments. You know, they got, most every grocery store has a deli department. Use it. It's a little more expensive, but you're only getting this much. So what do you really care? If it's more expensive, you're only spending a couple bucks anyway. So let's go with that. And we have a few minutes till chicken's done, and we'll flip it over. Let's go out there and take a look at that. Okay, well, it's about halfway, so it's time to flip the chicken. And as you can see, it's a little stuck to the grill. I should have oiled it more. Easiest way is you just shake it a few times, it'll come right off. And move it a little closer because my coals are dying down a bit. We want to get some good sear on the meat. Meat's not done yet. It's not even half done. Said we're cooking on a very slow part of the grill. So we'll let this cook for another 10 minutes or so, and we'll come back and see how it is then. All right, it's about another 10 minutes or so. Take the lid off. Chicken's starting to look good on that side at least. Looking good and mostly cooked on that side. You can tell how done chicken is by pushing on it. It should be firm. If you really want to know, you can always crack it in half then too, to see inside. It's not done yet. We don't expect it to be. So we put the thicker part towards the fire. And since we got time now, we're going to paint on the first layer of barbecue sauce. I use a silicone brush because it grabs the sauce real good, and it's literally just like painting and dabbing it on. Instead of putting on one big layer, which just burns or bubbles off, it's best to put on a few small layers. Kind of like painting the house. Barbecue sauce is painting. I'm painting the food. All right. Now we put the lid back on and let it set for another 5 minutes, then we'll flip it and do the other side, and we'll do that a couple more times. What we're trying to do is try and get the sauce to cook in, add more, cook in, add more. Kind of like on the top of a meatloaf. How you get that sauce is all nice. So we'll see you in a few minutes. Okay, so this is a tedious part of saucing and flipping and saucing and flipping, which is basically paint on a layer of sauce, flip the chicken. Paint on a layer of sauce, flip the chicken. And we keep doing this about every 3 to 5 minutes or so. Right after the sauce starts to dry. If you do it right, it'll never burn, but it'll just keep drying on and getting thicker. And you know, like I said, it's like painting. See? Yeah, flipped over. Might as well paint some more on, because it'll dry right on there. And this is our enhanced sauce. Enhanced for flavor. Alright, now we wait a few minutes and do it again. Alright, so we've been flipping it and adding more. Right here for the last time. Just wanted to show you what it looks like as you keep painting on thin layers. It cooks right in and makes an awesome looking flavor. This will be the last layer flipped on. And now add nice barbecue all the way into the chicken. And put the lid on and let it set for about 3 minutes, and we'll take it off and bring it inside. All right, these look excellent. Time to take them off the grill. The sauce is all baked in. And a nice glutinous mass. I'm gonna put the lid on here so this gets extra hot to cook off all that sauce and everything else on the grill. Let's go serve these up. So chicken came out great, but now let's talk sides. I just buy the ones they have there, and it's best if you taste them also to see if they're good or if they need a little something. Like the potato salad is almost perfect. This macaroni salad, which I like a lot, is just missing a little something. And I determined that little something is probably grated Parmesan cheese. Let me first check that out because I think that may be the answer. That made it even better. That's very good now, and It's hard to mess up potato salad. Well, let's check out the chicken. Cooked all the way through. Incredible. Even though I slow cooked it, which normally makes it for a harder meat, and it's frozen, or was frozen, which usually makes it for terrible tasting. Slow cooking it with the barbecue sauce at the end and making my own flavor. Excellent. This is a meal that the family's going to enjoy. And it's not that hard to make, and it's pretty inexpensive. So, it's real easy cooking with Robert, and I'm done. I'm done.